vagina's on fire.
So you
My
can't do
God
that.
fucking. Okay. All right. My channel. Go to my channel. My
So
vagina.
you can't.
Where's the stream supposed to show up? Could I please see where the stream shows up? Where the stream shows up? Dick cheese. Let me test the audio here. Let's see. Let's go to live. Dick cheese. Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi Gabbard. I want to make Tulsi Gabbard my wife. I want to make Tulsi Gabbard my wife. Tulsi Gabbard could have my children. Tulsi Gabbard could have my salami lid. The salami lid. Salami lid. The salami lid doesn't fit on the salami. The salami lid doesn't fit on the salami. Okay, that's tremendous. Hey there. Hey there. Welcome to a little bit of a hot live stream. I thought, why not? Why not do one? I know. Last time I did a live stream, I said, you know what? I'm going to do some from the laptop, but my internet's been inconsistent. So because of that, unfortunately, I've been relegated to doing it on my phone. I don't trust my internet. I need to purchase one of those Google devices that I think Daniel, as a matter of fact, seeing you here, that you recommended because not only am I giving up, I'm giving up my information in Google for faster Wi-Fi. That's essentially what I'm giving up, but it's more consistent than whatever I have, which is on the other side of the wall. So I thought I'd do a little bit of a hot live stream. I was editing a lot of videos just now that are going to go out hopefully in the next weeks or so. But when it comes to this particular stream, I mean, I put a video out yesterday was Monday. I put a hot video out. I think that that was a fun one. I think that was a nice little bit of a good one, a baddie if you would. I want to do more for 2021. I hate I hate when people give like a year an arbitrary meaning. Like to me, I don't know where to fucking look for this stupid phone camera. I'm gonna look here at the stupid dot. But I hate when people give an arbitrary meaning to like the year. Like, oh my God, I'm gonna change in 2021. I don't want to do that, but I do want to add a little bit more in terms of videos on all the platforms that I have. That's Instagram, TikTok, Patreon, and YouTube. So I want to post more. That's kind of a little stupid goal that I have. But again, I don't necessarily want to wait till the end of the year. I might start doing that within the next week. Um, but I don't understand. I'm gonna wait till 2021 to start working out, as if the difference between 2020 and 2021 is gonna be so substantial that you're gonna need to wait till the physical year changes. Are you gonna get the microchipping vaccine? You know, I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I'm pro-vaccines, right? I'm a huge vaccine fan. My mother swears that my little brother was fine until they vaccinated him, and they gave him autism, which is the most retarded thing I've ever seen. However, I gotta say, no, no, I'm not gonna get the microchip vaccine. I'm not trusting this one. It's iffy. It's shady. I don't trust it. I understand there's more to it than since COVID. They've been working on this for a while. Still don't trust it. So you know your boy's not going to be waiting in line for any vaccine anytime soon. But the microchipping one, yeah, I do want to have. Could you imagine? It's to me, it's the equivalent of if you get like a QR code tattooed on you, which I've seen quite often. People get QR code tattooed of like videos and shit, like YouTube links, and then the QR code stops fucking working. So imagine you have this permanent thing. In my head, that's how I see the microchip. So you get a little bit of a microchip inserted in you, and then I don't know. What if for some reason maybe the thing it's electronic. You know, it's electronic. Even if it's NFC or whatnot, it's still going to be quite substantial. RB says quite substantial. What I mean is quite substantial in the sense of error. So running into error. I would push children out of the way to get the vaccine. Well, from all I'm reading, Australia has been on top of this as well as New Zealand. Everywhere I see that's like, hey, why don't we do what Australia is doing? Which is funny considering the size differential. But it's fine. So you don't need it. You don't need it, RB, especially in Australia. You could just walk around licking doorknobs, as I've been doing. I've been every doorknob that I've had the contact with, I've been licking up and down. You say new outbreak in your city? It was probably an American. It was probably an American that went over there and ruined it for you guys. It's like a zombie outbreak. It's like a fucking zombie outbreak. I see it. Funny enough, they the year that they introduced COD Zombies, Call of Duty Zombies, is the year where we have a COVID issue. And I feel like maybe what if it's 2021? We're here thinking 2020 is the worst year. And yet 2021 comes in, and it gives us a nice little bit of a George Masvidal knee to our fucking brain. But what I do love is I would love 2021 to be worse than 2020. I think that'd be great. I still remember when people were saying 2016 was the worst year of all time during 2016. For obvious reasons, they were saying it was the worst year. I particularly liked it. I like 2016 for various reasons. Growth in my channel, right? I believe I had started it. I think 2016 is when I started the channel. So there were good things in 2016. You know, apparently there's a new strain taking over the UK right now, and nobody knows if the vaccine is effective on it. Mm. I mean, yeah, that seems like normal news to me. Right now, the big one that the people around the world might not be on top of is the stimulus bill that we just got, this COVID bill, which to me seems like the perfect thing. Now I feel like all my conversations with Turner, he's going to be making fun of me because every time I seem to talk to him, he finds a new thing to make fun of Americans for. Although the Brits, there's plenty to make fun of you for, all right? But when it comes to us, imagine we have school shooting memes, so you can't go outside without having to dodge bullets, right? Buying body armor is part of the curriculum for students. And now we have this the meme of getting essentially half of the stimulus bill and having a bunch of it going to different places that have nothing to do with COVID. So it's an interesting vote on that one. It was a 5,000 page document that I believe, according to Tulsi Gabbard, they got the notice at 2 o'clock that they needed to vote on this 5,000 page bill. And could you imagine? That's why I want to marry her. I would love to bear her children. She's such a perfect woman. And I'm saying that as I've gotten 3 stimulus payments this year. Well, your country is this big, okay? That's a joke. I mean, obviously Australia is a massive country, but that's good for you, man. Mm, that's great. Any help that could be given by the people that you pay every fucking year, a substantial amount of money, is always well warranted. Let's see if you remember who I was. I'll shout you out my Insta, which has less than 70 followers. Well, I remember the last name. I remember the last name because it stood out. It reminded me for some reason of Turok, maybe because of the K at the end. A popular game from my youth. The new bill is a joke and blatant corruption. They even have a law about copyright, so so no one totally bribed for that. Yeah, it's a little bit shady. It's definitely a little bit shady. They added my favorite one was I think 15 million to fund gender studies in Pakistan, which was quite substantial. But speaking of your boy Turner, I ended up buying Isabella Star 3. Holy shit, dude, he's a genius. That's some next level extraterrestrial shit. Gotta take the quarantine to study the shit out of it. At least the what do you call this? The star sign stuff is super quick. So the star sign stuff, just in the sense of the raise bit, right? I see an R, I see an A, I see an I. That bit is quick, but the name one is not gonna do that. Not gonna bother learning that. But yeah, he'd be great if he wasn't a fucking cunt. The new K strain would be worse than the old. Who remembers 14 days to flatten the curve? Hmm. Who remembers that? I do. Still gonna shout you out regardless. What's your Insta? Tell me right now. I'll do it. My Instagram. I'm gonna put my Instagram private, just like one of those whores that I see on TikTok. I've been in my just looking through TikTok every time I have like a little second to myself. I'm just looking through TikTok, and it's been a circle of different things from girls promoting their OnlyFans because I feel like they're gonna cut that off on TikTok soon enough. They're gonna be cutting off all the girls promoting their OnlyFans. I think so, which is why they're going crazy promoting it. So it's a lot of horse, and then on top of that, it's also a lot of gym stuff for me now, which is odd. It's just like a lot of weird workouts and a lot of, I guess, COVID shit. Maybe I've been staying on that longer. I don't know how the actual algorithm works on TikTok, but we'll see. I applied to get paid on it on TikTok, so let's see what that works. Let's see how that works. Eventually, I might be sucking my own dick on TikTok to get $4. I remember Trump saying this COVID shit will be over by Easter. Lamau. Yeah, yeah. I mean, listen. I think it was. I don't want to say over before it began. What's the extreme opposite of that? it was harder before it began. It was more than what we thought when it began, I guess. That's a better way of putting it. But what I do love is the idea of getting a check from the government for $600 of your own taxpayer dollar. That's what I love. I listen. I love America. All right. I'm one of those guys that I'd get a tattoo on my ass, on the inside of my asshole, as a of an American flag. But this is definitely fuel to be made fun of by other countries. So if you're Canadian, if you're from the UK, if you're from Australia, there's a perfect opportunity. There's a perfect opportunity to make fun of us. Look at that. In Australia, they got three. They got three of these bad boys. What do you call this? Three stimulus checks this year. We got one, right? And then on top of that, we also took this long to end up paying $10 million to Pakistan for gender studies and several other organizations around the world, including some here of shady nature. Some horse shit. It's weird. It's weird. So you could definitely make fun of us as a country right now during these pressing times. All these hypocrite reps not wearing a mask are rushing to those vaccines fast. Yeah, that's the weird part. That's definitely the best part of that. My favorite one is the skull. What's the name of the enemy from He-Man? Skulltor and Nancy Pelosi. Holy shit! Let me tell you, bipartisan, right? This isn't anything of partisan. Sculptor. This isn't anything of Skeletor. Yeah, there you go. This isn't anything of any sort of partisan. I think a partisan opinion. This is a bipartisan opinion that that woman is way too old and very disgusting and a terrible person. I don't think you need to be on the left or right to come to that conclusion. I think any human would come to that conclusion. Bruh, $600 even for a full family. I think it's for households they get different. If you're married, you get like 1,200 or whatnot for the couple. Or, it's a weird thing, but either way, it's very laughable considering where the rest of it is going. And if you see the divide as to words being delegated, mind you, a 5,000 page bill that they had to approve and read, and all the people there that had to vote yes or no on it from, I believe, 2 o'clock to onward. 14 days, 6 months, here's some money, stop whining, 1 year, maybe 2 year vaccine every year. When will everyone realize that we're in an abusive relationship with the governments? I mean, I think that that's been a cause for, let's see, 1774, I want to say. I know 76 is obviously when we were signing all that shit, but I'm saying as to when we're like, you know what, fuck these fucking motherfuckers out here with their tea. Fuck them. So I feel like it's been since the start. It's been a clusterfuck. But this is definitely a good proof as to how we're inept, not as a government, but as a society. And I mean that for the entirety of the planet. I don't care if you're fucking New Zealand, if you have 4 cases. All right, we're still inept as humans as a whole. So this is just a great little, like a great observation as to how we are in terms of reacting to something as humans, because we're just functional retards. We're the worst. I feel like there's an alien race looking at us from some sort of odd telescope. Imagine how limited my mind is that I have to only think of a telescope as to how we could be viewed from, millions of light years away. They probably have something they could see me in 90,000 K in perfect resolution right now and be listening to all of our dumb, retarded things. But my human brain is so limiting that I'm assuming that it's some sort of telescope because that's what we have here. But we're retards. I feel like we're retards, and we could have been way better off had we made substantial changes in our growth as a human race. You know how the president can only be president for 8 years? Let's do that again. The only thing, let's avoid career politicians. I think you're right. Yeah, that's a terrible thing, especially the judges, man. These fucking judges. I know that the other one was what is it? The one Ruth Ginsburg. She listen, all right, for everything that she's done. I think that there's a limit. I think that there's a limit in age, and for some reason we have a bunch of people that they decide to stay in power for decades on end, and at that point it's a game. It's a real game, and you saw it today. You see it today with this voting on these stimulus bills. You see that it's just a massive game on both sides. Don't think that Piggy's holding a red one. It's on both sides, so it's very shite. Speak for yourself. I think in 5D. I think if I had you spell 5D out, you wouldn't be able to, Daniel. I think you wouldn't be able to spell 5D if I pressed you. If I offered you money, if I offered you 50 Doge coins, all right, to vote, or sorry, to spell 5D, you would not be able to. The real hard hitting questions: Miss Mag or TikTok horse? TikTok horse. TikTok horse for sure. I'm a huge fan of TikTok horse, and I always verify. I always look at their account and I make sure that it says 18, all right, 19, 20, all right. I'm not out here looking at 16, 17, 15, all right. That shit gets blocked. Blocked, bitch. I'm not out here trying to catch a charge. No, thank you. No fucking thank you. PDNJ says what it do. So PDNJD says what it do. I'm out $2, says Daniel, because I told him to invest in Dogecoin. It's a meme, all right. I thought you would have done due research and do it. But let me tell you, if Dogecoin ever hits $1, you're gonna be thanking me, good friend. You're gonna be thanking me. It's gonna be the Bitcoin of 2030. So when you're in 2030 and you're thinking, hey man, Piggy was right about Dogecoin. You're welcome, and I want a portion of that. Where's the Coke Zero? It's right here. This is a rare one. This is a rare Coke. It's a Coke Zero Vanilla. Every time I see these, I snatch up all of them, even though the I'm sure the sodium and all the this is mind control juice, by the way. I feel, hey, can I purchase mind control juice and pay my own earned money for it? Yeah, this is what this is. What Diet Coke is, what Coke is. But you know what? It's good. It's good. I'll take my mind control juice and drink it gladly. See what else we have here. Speak for yourself. All right, I already read that one. I'm negative. Okay, I already read that one. Found out as a meme. Yeah, it is a meme. But you know what? Again, you will thank me when it reaches $1. Right now, it's what, a fraction of a cent. It has room to grow. Okay, it has room to grow. Daniel, of course, got me recently on Robinhood. You made me use your fucking promo code so that I could get a free stock and you get a free stock. And I feel like that free stock is a scam, which is how I know everything we do is a scam. Even stocks are a game. You go on Robinhood, they give you a free stock. You have to check out the little thing. They make you scratch it off like it's a prize, like it's a lotto ticket. Like, this is stocks. We're dealing with money. This is serious. And yet you make it a game. Everything's a fucking game. Who's the Belle Delphine of magic? I don't know. Man, I mean, Belle Delphine, she started like doing thought bait videos, right? Where she's like being all thoughty. And I didn't know she was British, by the way, for the longest time. I heard her talk for the first time this year. And she has, I think, 1.3 million subscribers on OnlyFans. 1.3 million subscribers on OnlyFans. I don't know how much her rate is and how much they pay her, I believe a month for that. But $1.3 million on OnlyFans. Somebody do the math. I think her thing, and it's going to sound like I have way too much information on this than I should. But I just recently looked this up just out of curiosity because she said she was making in the millions. But I think her OnlyFans costs $35 a month and she has 1.3 million subs on OnlyFans. So somebody do the math for me. Somebody do the math for me on that, if that's an accurate number. But if that's anything near what the actual number is, right here, that's what's going on. All right, I'm gonna be grabbing one of these on myself, which is I'm imagining a bat smashing my head on the pavement. Let's see this one. Disturb reality though. Disturb reality though. You think? That's funny. No, it has to be a woman, like a chick, right? It would have to be a chick mm, that's a what do you call this? The Belle Delphine of magic, but there's none. Even the women. I mean, obviously Belle Delphine has problems, which is why she does what she does. But uh, I mean, even then, she's still smart about it, and I think she's still business savvy enough and humorous enough to make it work. I don't think female magicians are capable of that. Male magicians aren't capable of that. So female magicians are definitely not capable of that. And I don't say that in a sexist way. I say that in a, I think, objective way. I think that's pretty objective fact. But there's none. I don't think there's any. I don't think there's any. You're saying ECAT, Caroline Raven, who I thought was a MILF, and I found out she's younger than me. Um, I mean, you got Anna de Guzman, right? Anna de Guzman. I would I would goose her. I'd love to be on that podcast, that feminist podcast, and then have I forgot what the name is, Kayla Drescher, asked me about my habits and my jokes, and then have to defend my humor in a sexist way. Be like, oh, you know, the jokes you make, yeah, they could be funny, but they're really misrepresenting and delegitimizing an entire gender. How do you feel about that? Ah, they worked, I guess, right? Okay. I would love to be on that podcast, though. I feel like I do a better job than Jabrizi, that's for sure. Jabrizi went in there and he fucking ruined it. I feel like I could go in there and have a cohesive. I could probably end up on the next rendition of that Tommy Wonder project. I could probably end up on what do you call this round two of that Tommy Wonder project they got on Penguin Magical. Let's see. Hi, Piggy. If you wouldn't do another live stream before Xmas, wish you safe and nice days. Thank you, man. Same to you, dog. Same to you, dog. These are some interesting days. I don't know what I'm going to do. 22nd, so Christmas, right? Our Cuban Christmas is usually on the 24th. That's what we call Noche Buena, right? Noche Buena, which is where all the, essentially the cops come out because they know that the streets are going to be inundated with drunk retards. With drunk retards. And it's for very good reason because your Latin American parents feed you nothing but fat and rice and fat and rice, and then the only thing that you have to quell it is liquor or fucking liquor, depending on where you're from. So if you're Mexican, you're drinking tequila, you're drinking fucking gross whatever the fuck you drink to trick yourself into pretending that your food isn't rotten. If you're Puerto Rican, you're drinking what do Puerto Ricans drink? Shitty beer. Like they drink like fucking like not Bud Light, but they'll drink. Bud Light's the more American one. They'll drink. What do Puerto Ricans drink? I can't even think as to what Puerto Ricans drink. You know what? They probably mix shit. They'll probably get like jupina, like a Jalisco, like a Mexican drink, but they'll probably mix like a fruity thing with some sort of liquor. Gross. All right. They drink like savages. The Cubans are the ones drinking rum. All right. The Cubans are the ones drinking essentially Coke and rums. Puerto Ricans drink Old English. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. Puerto Ricans drink Old fucking English. P.S. Zach was here. Hey there. Hey there, Zach was here, of which I'm sure I'm due for a sexual relationship with. I got the Rode Mic Goes like yours, loving them. I think that's the best purchase of 2020 for me. It's right here, 2020. I can't tell you how useful this thing has been. I bought a shitty knockoff one. I've realized the rule, by the way, several things in this year and in my lifetime have proved the rule of cry once, buy once, right? And I'm always the asshole that's trying to be the cheapest as possible. I'm a cheap piece of shit. Regardless of what I always buy the cheapest shit, and then I end up crying multiple times because I'm like, oh, the cheap shit broke. So I bought an Amazon wireless mic. Everyone said good reviews, and it was shit. I used it on maybe 2 videos, and it was terrible. Then what do you got? Then I get these bad boys. I spent, I think, $200 on these. Best decision I've ever made in my life. It's consistent. It's reliable. It doesn't fall. I could go to the other room and it's still gonna stay. Look at this. Look at this. You could still hear me. You could still fucking hear me. You could definitely still hear me. And the audio sounds tremendous. And it's giving me back what I've put into it. So that's definitely my favorite purchase. So buy once, cry once. Don't be an asshole and buy a shitty, cheap things and then have to replace it. Same thing I did with the motorcycle. Same thing I did with my motorcycle. That was such a good one. I don't want to buy a project bike. Then I bought essentially what was a project bike with a faulty fucking motor and other miscellaneous electrical issues. You should try amaretto, gin, and Coke. I hate gin though. I'm not a huge fan of gin. Although I did discover a really ghetto drink the other day that I'm a fan of. It's a concoction that I've made, and it is Diet Dr Pepper. Diet Dr. Pepper. I didn't buy two project bikes. I bought one project bike. The previous bike was tremendous. It became a project bike after I got hit by a GMC Terrain. All right, that's when it became a project bike for somebody else. But that bike was one of my favorites. Well, I mean, one of two, but probably my favorite in terms of longevity. Um, you get fucking White Claw mango, you get Diet Dr. Pepper, and you get whiskey. You mix it up, and you have a fucking tremendous drink. Don't knock it until you try it. I know, listen, it's a guy holding a dick to his face, all right? So obviously I enjoy White Claw. Mango White Claw, Diet Dr. Pepper, and whiskey. And you will thank me later. It's a tremendous drink. It's the upside down pig has no idea how to properly cup one cock. Yeah, this is how we do. This is how you know that I'm not a gay. The way I hold this fictional sponge microphone, which by the way, I remember I did a review, a Wish.com review on this particular set of sponge balls, and it got demonetized. I appealed it, and it got fucking re-demonetized. So they doubled down. They doubled down on that hard as fuck. So let me see what this one is. Do you have any information on Russian Genius? Did he leave YouTube? Definitely. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I haven't heard from him in as long as you have. So I mean, he's hit me up maybe like a couple months ago, like 5 months ago. But apart from that, that's it. Pig should be doing demo videos for AliExpress. Well, you know what? I looked up because I was trying to do a TikTok video for this shit, which is a knockoff of a Tenyo trick. If you're not familiar with Tenyo, they're a Japanese company, I believe. But they've been making these tremendous plastic things. They sold a lot of them through like Phantasma Magic and Tannins. And this is called Crystal Cleaver. Well, this is a knockoff of Crystal Cleaver, right? I try to do a fucking. This is how shitty the fucking gimmick is. But I tried to do it for Instagram and TikTok, and it wouldn't work because the box is fucking broken. So I bought this from Wish.com. I bought this from Wish.com. These nuts, and it's fucking terrible. And I try to look up a tutorial on how to do it because the instructions are obviously in a language that I don't speak, and they're lost. And all the AliExpress ones were fucking hysterical. They were tremendous. So all the videos were, I think, shot on what had to be, I would say potato, but that's doing it justice. Saying potato is probably a way better quality camera than what they were shooting on. But apart from that, they were terrible to follow through. And then this one is supposed to be this thing here. It's supposed to open up the spring. So when I press this, it's supposed to open up the spring. It does not. It doesn't. So buy your stuff from legitimate websites. Okay, don't buy it from AliExpress or Wish.com. Although a couple of things I bought from Wish.com actually worked well. Flash paper worked extremely well, believe it or not. And I think there was another thing, like another prop that I got. But the rest of it has been shite. Do you still attend the kids chat room on Discord? Yeah, but then I think what's his name? Perseus. Perseus. What a name. Perseus put me on. He put me on the dark corner. As a matter of fact, the other day I was with your boy. I was with your boy on the kids chat with Turner. We're talking about my work on the vanishing Rubik's cube. We're talking about my work on that, and somebody showed me a rope trick, and I threw this chair. I threw it out of astonishment up to the rope trick. So you could see me on the kids magic roundtable on the Illusionist Discord from time to time. You have Jeremy Griffith, right, doing these sessions that are very intensive sessions where he's talking about really aggressive sleight of hand, and you have me talking about my work on the Sponge Ding Dong on the kids section, which is accurate because that's where I sit in Thanksgiving because of the height. Because of the height. My dad used to drink black sambuca, which is basically just melted black licorice that you could feel in your nose. The traditional prep is to drop a coffee bean and light it. It tastes amazing. Fuck. Sambuca. I like that. I like that name. Sambuca. Sounds like a stripper name. You know, like coming next to the fucking dance floor is Sambuca. And she's like one of those darker Brits. You know what I'm talking about? I really like those. I'm a fan of like Indian Brits. Um, After this COVID shit, if you ended up on Kayla and Chris's podcast and didn't perform a SpongeBob routine ending with that microphone appearing in one of their hands, I would unsubscribe. Yeah, but that means I would have to go to wherever they are. I thought their podcast was like a long distance thing. But I feel like anybody could see this coming. If I put a sponge ball, let's see this crushed up. Right? Hey, put this in your hand. Oh, it's a dick. It's like low hanging fruit. It's low hanging fruit. Corn Pop says, I'm going to teach gender studies in Afghanistan. Make that big money. We're already talking about the stimulus early on, about the retardation nation that we are. Literally, retardation nation coming up with a stimulus bill where the least people that are getting paid are the American public. So, Zach says, vodka, blue taboo, green apple sours. Man, that shit's dope. I named it kryptonite. That might be the most black shit I've ever seen somebody from the UK post. But that sounds like something you would find, I don't know, like sold in a hood. I don't know if you're familiar with these. They're called grenade drinks. If you are in a what you call it? If you're in a the ghetto, right? I'm surprised I don't have it where I live. I live in a pretty hoodie area, which I've realized because of the proximity of liquor stores and gas stations and meth addicts. But if you get this right here, you get the grenade drinks. That's all your drink is missing. It's literally just a little thing that looks like a barrel. It's full of sugar water and it's like flavored. That's what you're missing, and that would make the best thing for your kryptonite drink. Germany paid out $7,000 a check for stimulus, says Big Hands. Card Magic, I have no idea. The only thing that I care about is America. It's America, because I'm a bloody bloke. Bitches out here getting 2020 parts on a 1975 chassis. What is that your reference to hoes in your place of work, Daniel? Hoes out here that are born in the 50s and yet have parts that are indicative of 2020. You know, like things that were manufactured in 2020. Is that your joke? Because that's a good one. That's actually a good one. I don't know why you don't have that sense of humor when we do our podcast, but that's actually quite substantial. Let me see what I keep looking at myself, and I realize, man, I've gotten old. I've gotten old here. I'll take any. Zagos here. Maybe Crips tonight? Crips? Crips. Are you referring to the gang? The gang members? The Crips? I just illegally download 200 gigabytes of magic tutorials. Well, you have wasted your time because that's a lot of magic tutorials. And that's a lot of time wasted, essentially. Anytime that you spend time looking at magic tutorials, I think you've wasted your time. That's including watching my magic tutorials, by the way. That's assuming watching my magic tutorials. I tell everybody it's a waste of time. It's a waste of, as a matter of fact, today I think I put a little bit of a theory-based episode on the Patreon side talking about why it's okay to tell secrets to spectators, why it's not a bad thing. And I don't understand why magicians make it seem like a bad thing. Let's see. When's the haircut coming? I'm not going to get a haircut. I'm not going to get a haircut. That's definitely something that's not going to be in the picture. I think maybe if I feel like it, I might shave the beard. Maybe. I don't know. I've been feeling it as of late. I don't think I will, but I've definitely been feeling it. From time to time, I'm like, you know what, man, I just fucking shave it off. The other one is what do you call this? My ears pierced. I want to get my ears pierced because I feel like I'm going through like a phase, and that's probably gonna add to the phase. So that might be coming up next. But my hair is not getting cut at any point in time. I'm gonna keep it until I have to shave it, essentially, because this is the only time in my life that I've ever been able to grow it out and not have to cut it because of fucking work or having to show up and look clean and presentable. And before, my haircut was atrocious. It's only been maybe the past 2 years that I've actually gone to a real barber. The times before that, and think of the embarrassment. 2 years I've only been going to a real barber. Before that, I was getting my haircut at Supercuts. Sorry, 3 years. Before that, I was getting my haircut at fucking Supercuts. I was telling my girl, get me a two on the sides and please scissors on top, and she'd make me look like an adolescent Cuban boy. Now I have the ability to just do whatever I want with my head and not care. Dye your hair? No, I don't think I'm at that phase. Definitely not at that phase. I think if I'm at the phase where I'm dyeing my hair to look like, I don't know, like one of these stereotypical YouTube Twitch streamers, Ninja. If I feel like that look, I've seen that look thousands of times by different Twitch streamers that they copy that. Oh, I'm gonna dye my hair a fluorescent color to make myself stand out and appeal to the kids. You should be put on the registry. You should be put on the registry, and that's not even an exaggeration. It's not hyperbole. You should be put on the registry for dyeing your hair a fluorescent color to attract the kids on your Twitch channel. You fuck. And hand tattoos. All the good magicians have hand tattoos. I will never forget. One of the funniest comments I ever got was, "Hey, when are you getting your YouTube magician tattoos? When are you getting your stereotypical YouTube magician tattoos or your magician in 20 whatever tattoos?" Which is just a tremendous bit because yeah, I feel like everybody has fucking tats, literally. Speaking of Zach, Pete's hair now is so long he looks like a depressed teen emo. Yeah, the other day, um, he had this what do you call it? Like a Bieber from 2012 haircut. It's not flattering, gotta tell you. It's not a very flattering haircut to get. Yup, normal people after doing a trick always tell the secret to their friends. Unless you're getting paid, revealing basic tricks is a good idea. One of the things that I mentioned on that, I don't want to say too much because obviously that's where I get paid from. But one of the things that I mentioned is that everybody that I've ever taught a trick to, whether that's a card trick or a coin trick, and I remember teaching a really crazy, like through the hand penetration, and it comes out the other side. I remember teaching that to several to a person, and then I remember teaching a bunch of people card tricks. And then years later, 5, 6, 7 years later, if they had a deck of cards somewhere, they would fucking show me the trick if I run into them. The trick that I showed them, God knows how long ago. And if it wasn't for me taking time out to show them how to do a trick and show them, hey, remember this, do that, I wouldn't have that moment. And I think that's a very important thing to have. But magicians are fucking keep it. So it's I think it's a lot of virginity, but I definitely think that it's a good thing from time to time. Not everything, but from time to time to show somebody how you do stuff. Get a stupid fucking reveal tattoo, right? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a tattoo of a playing card on my upper thigh, so that when I do the rubber dub vanish, I could fucking kind of show the card like this through my fingers, right? And then rub it in, and then it's in there. It's in my thigh, and then any girl that sees it, right? Look at the joke. Any girl that sees it, no girl's gonna see that, but any girl that sees that, she's gonna go, "Why do you have a playing card tattooed on your thigh there, buddy?" And I'm gonna go, "No, no, no, it's your trick. It's your magic trick." And she's gonna go, "All right, okay." Oh, so yeah, that's a thing that nobody should ever do. Gotta go. Zach was here. Hey man, thank you for joining, dog. Hopefully, I'll see you soon on one of our many rendezvous. You know what I mean? One of our many rendezvous. I'm holding a dick to my mouth and I'm pantomimed banging the air. Mm. Let's see. The Twitch streamer shit has chops. As a result, he looks infinitesimally more unique than anyone else on the platform. I hope you're saying that sarcastically. But yes, if you are saying that sarcastically, then yes, you are 100% right. It really makes him stand out from everybody else doing the same shit on the fucking platform. Let's see. Elitism in Magic is pure cancer. Yeah, I agree. Especially you look through the Facebook, you look through the forums, and you see everybody else, and it's like, oh, okay, all right, well, um, I don't know where you're speaking, your many years of experience from. My favorite one was this year. I think Xavier did a couple of videos talking about it, and I just found it really funny that you had a bunch of people. Not to say that if you're old, you don't understand technology, because I'm sure there are people way older than me that understand technology to a better capacity than I could ever. But what I love is this idea of, oh, here are magicians that are experts in virtual magic and Zoom shows, and they don't have phones. They don't own computers. They don't know what frame rate is on cameras. They don't know how to. If you tell them, "Hey man, could you Skype me? Could you Skype me?" They have to ask somebody, "Hey, this guy wants to do this thing called Skype." They still call hashtag pound. People like that saying, "Hey, we're experts in Zoom magic. Buy my course." I'm gonna have to pass on that one, buddy. I'm gonna have to pass on that one. So that's something that happened this year, which is a little bit of that elitism. And let me tell you, that's fucking interesting. That's interesting. But people fall for that bait. I guess people fall for that. Piggy can do 30 times one in his head. Why don't? Is it because I look like that, huh? Didn't we invent that? Us, Arabs? Didn't we invent the concept of that? No, we invented, I think, the concept of zero. I think that's another misnomer or misconception. They're like, oh, the Arabs introduced numbers and they introduced that. No, I think we were playing around with the concept of zero, but obviously numbers have existed forever, and the concept of numbers and invisible numbers and certain things like that. But from my understanding, the misconception is that the Arabs invented math. That's not the fucking case. Now, Daniel, get a profile picture. Yeah, it's kind of weird to not have a profile picture. Really makes me feel like you are one of these guys who's going to ask me to meet you in the park with candy. How many OG magicians, 1980s and later, had hand tattoos? Probably none. I don't. The first magician that I ever saw that had a crazy one was Reed McClintock. Reed McClintock, who he's the guy that came up with the McClintock twist. He's an excellent coin worker. This is one of his moves. That's one of his moves, right? This thing. That's essentially a frustration count. Let me see if I can fucking do it well. A wonderful little bit of a display there. And he was the first magician that I remember seeing that was sleeved up the ass. But apart from that, I think it's a more recent trend in the past 10 years that you've had a lot of magicians get tattoos. Mm. I think it's a new fedora. I think it's a new fedora. I forgot the name of that move, by the way. I'm sorry. I know it's called the what count? Orion count? Orion count, if I remember correctly. It does look cool. It's a nice little bit of a flourishy way of doing the classic frustration count, but you're adding a little bit of a little flourishing to it. And what I like too about this is that you could end in a double. So if you do it correctly, you could end in a double. So right now that's a double, which I like about it. Orion count, yeah. So I was right. My virginity was accurate. No, for sure, tattoos are way better than a fedora. That's not even debatable. But what I'm saying is that it still makes you stand out. It still makes you stand out and add more. Like, oh, what's that guy? That guy's different. He's got tattoos. Let's check his deal out. That's cool. Hey, what does that mean? What does that four of spades tattooed in the inner part of your palm mean? Oh, it's a way to get a stooged. It's a way to get a spectator stooged instantly. That's great. I'm gonna go talk to the other guy. Maybe I might fuck him. That's what that looks like to me. Zoom magic is ridiculous. Who the fuck will pay to see that shit? Maybe the same people that will pay over the phone psychic greeting. Yeah, there's a lot of magicians making a good living in 2020 out of Zoom shows, and there's a lot of good shows, like a lot of good, I guess, interactions because it does give a lot of new avenues as to how you could do things. But at the same time, the part that I have contention with is, an older generation of magicians. Again, full disclaimer, not because you're old, but because you're uninformed. I think that's the better one. You could be old and you could definitely be more of an expert than I am at anything, right? That's not to say, but just in terms of content coming out, people that don't own phones, that don't understand anything about technology, that don't have laptops, that don't experience cameras, that don't know anything about fucking cameras, saying that they're experts in Zoom. I doubt it. Um, I don't think tattoos is the same difference. Bigger hands, maybe. Less flashing going on. Well, I mean, that's. I'm trying to think of that trick. I remember that trick that Paul Harris came out with. I think Paul Harris Presents, where it's like a rising card, and everybody was scared. Eric Ross, I think, was the person that came up with it, if I remember correctly. And everybody was afraid about the use of Sharpie on your skin. Who's a virgin enough to remember that? It was a rising card that you drew on your arm, and you would pull it down, and the card would rise up out of the drawing in your hand. I thought it was a great little thing, and people were on the Magic Cafe up in arms, saying that the Sharpie marker is going to penetrate in your skin and kill you. The only tat I'll get is a giant back tattoo of Saint George stepping on Satan. I'm just nervous that it's going to fade and make George look like a stoner. Because he's like this, right? Like that, I guess, maybe, so I could kind of turn into a blunt. It was called Riser by Eric Ross. See, look at my virginity. Already 2 for 2. 2 for 2. Orion Count and Eric Ross attributing to the correct one. Oh, fuck. I thought I saw a cockroach. I bought recently Butterfly Gold. It's a worthy deck. Marked on one side, and DMC Elites are better from Pluto. Yeah, these are cool. The ones that they sent graciously, DMC himself. And he even left a comment on the video. Drummond Money Counts, which is the funniest fucking name I've ever heard. They're good. They're good per se. They're definitely, it's the same style, right? These are the DMC Elites. These are the hot bad boys. You could see it from a mile away. 7 of Hearts, I believe. Hearts. And then the numbers are a little bit rough to read, to be honest. So the number, I can't read the number. This one has the number of the position in mnemonica. And I can't fucking read it. Let's see. I think 36. 36. If somebody knows mnemonica, is that correct? Is that correct? Is the 7 of Hearts 36? Or is it 37? I think it might be 37. No, 36. Oh, let's see. Let's see if I'm testing somebody's virginity here in terms of knowing the mnemonica stack here. What's the stock like in comparison to the V4? I mean, they're not thin. They're not thin. Let me get my stack watch to find out. That's fucking tremendous. But yeah, this one is, it's pretty thick. I would say it's not thin if you're talking about the stock. I hate being this fucking virgin-y, but they're pretty thick. They're nice. They spread easily out of the box. You're not going to have a problem with them, that's for sure. But just know that it's not like a crush stock. It's not going to be it's not going to be one of these thin decks. But it is quite the deck. I mean, I love the markings on those. The other ones that I like are just any readers I like. Anything that has the actual fucking digit and the thing, and we'll be good to go. Piggy, had you invested in Bitcoin? I don't think I've invested enough in Bitcoin to actually call it an investment. But I remember looking at my Coinbase app the other day, and I'm like, oh, I forgot I had this. Let me transfer this over. I bought Litecoin like years ago, like an asshole, and then I forgot I had a little bit of that, so I transferred that to Bitcoin. But yeah, that's about it. That's about the investment I have in Bitcoin. I should have made a little bit more substantial one, but you love Virgin Talk? I don't fucking love Virgin Talk, okay? I don't fucking love Virgin Talk, okay, there? I don't like it. I disregard it. I try to have as least as possible. I bet Piggy can't read the Madison dealers. No, I have them, and I wanted to punch a baby. Just trying to do the review for that because of the fucking, oh no, you got to do this, and then you have to get the sun and look at it in correspondence to the sun, and then that's how you could see what the fucking suit is. That's not even a number. Fucking terrible. Copag is a good one. Yeah, I think the Copag 310 marked ones. I remember they were handing them out like nothing. They were handing them out like nothing at Magi Fest. Here, take one, take one, take one, take one. I took like fucking, how many did we take, Danny? I think we took like fucking 20 of those things home. They weren't bad. They were great. Anything Copac related, anything fucking that Cardamundi themselves are the ones that push. I tend to find is pretty much gold. I don't know if I have the marked ones here, but they're pretty good. These are great. I mean, these are great. The elite ones, and I'm not just saying that because they sent that. I mean, they've been sending these out to me since I fucking started the channel. These are one of the marked ones that I enjoy, and I like reading. Any reader, something I don't want to have to decipher the fucking code of Hammurabi. As a person with eye issues, I tried to read the Madison dealers in a card game. I ended up getting shot to death. How about this one? Let me get a different card here, right? Can you read this? Let's see. I'm gonna hold this up, right? I'm gonna hold this up there. Hungry and hungover. Let's see if you could read the markings on that. There's one, two, three, four. There's four markings on that side. I think that the suit, the card, the suit, and then the number of its position. So what's this card? A club. That's funny. It's the well. Look, I mean, I don't want to. I guess they know, right? Everyone knows the markings on these. But these are yeah, two of hearts. So these are two of hearts. But the markings are this big. It's literally from here to here. So it's that big. This little quadrant right here is the marking. So they're big as shit. You're not gonna have a problem reading those, even if you have bad eyesight. Like, let me try to do this without. Yeah, okay. You know what? Maybe if you have bad eyesight, you can't read it because I can't even fucking. Let me see. Yeah, no, it's a blur. But then again, I can't even read the Coke can without my glasses. My glasses. What's your favorite hand lotion? Uh, I brought it out last time. This is my favorite hand lotion. Just to make sure that we have a little bit of a gay off here. You got Nivea, cocoa butter, right? This is a recommendation from Action Bronson. Action Bronson is a tremendous rapper. He's the only rapper I listen to. And we have cocoa butter right here. This is tremendous. The only thing is that this gives me a rash in my inner elbow. What doesn't give me a rash in my inner elbow is this one. This is one that you could rub on absolutely everything, and you're gonna smell like a god, and you're gonna handle your cards better. That's the fucking answer that you want. So those are the two that I use as part of my skincare routine, which again makes me sound like I belong on that feminist podcast. Madison dealers are impossible to read. Penguin Magic Mark deck is great for the Valley. Yeah, especially $5 fucking. Are you kidding me? What's your skincare routine? Well, here's the thing. It's gotten longer. All right, my entire routine. Believe it or not, this takes time. Okay, so mine is it's gotten really long, especially after I shower. First of all, I have to condition, right? My hair, I have to condition it, and that takes a little while. You have to leave it in there. And I come out, I have to fucking blow dry, right? Then put in oil, then blow dry, then put in a little bit of a mat, then I blow dry, then I fucking have to comb and blow dry, and then fucking lotion, and then oil my beard. It takes a while. It takes a while. Anybody that's told me, hey man, let's go out. I tell them, hey, listen, I'm gonna take my time. Okay, I'm gonna take my time. Just know that before you're, rushing to wherever it is that you go. If it's gonna be something that's gonna be quick, then just know either, you're gonna have to wait a little bit, or just do it without me. Just do it without me because I'm gonna take a while. I'm not just gonna shower and come out. I need some time. I need some fucking time. Mm. It's a nice time for me to think about other stuff. And then you gotta fucking and then the skin, I gotta do that. I gotta rub it in. The cologne, there's specific areas for the cologne, right? All the warm spots. So I want to say I'm gay when it comes to me getting ready. And believe it or not, right? Even this is the output right here. Actually, no, this is bum. I'm bumming out. It takes time to look like you've just woken up. Motherfucker. Yeah, all right, listen, I haven't, today I worked out, I haven't showered, and I think I'm gonna go work out now, going on a jog in a little bit. So, yeah, all right, this isn't necessarily me going out, all right, the going out face. Watch Piggy become the magician grooming specialist. Well, I have many videos. I have a video on Instagram, the Instagram little stories on what it is that you should take to a magic convention. I think I have a gift guide for magicians on what it is that you should get. That was one of my favorite videos, 14 views. Um, and it's a great little gift guide for magicians. As a matter of fact, I should repost it as a holiday video there, repost it. And the joke was that I gave, like, there were items of hygiene, so cologne, toothpaste, things like that. That was a bit. I thought it was a great video. I don't think YouTube thought that. Hey lads, I love the African American hair product ad before getting to your stream right now. Well, before speaking of African American hair product, let's go back here. Let's go back here. So people can't say that I'm a racist, right? People can't say that I'm a racist, and I'll tell you why. Hopefully you could still hear me. If not, then let me know when I come back, right? People say, hey, Piggy, you make a lot of, alternative jokes, right? You make a lot of jokes that are leaning to have some sort of political affiliation. And I'm like, you're wrong, all right? You're wrong. Look at this. Would I be, a person that is a racist individual, that I've used Murray's hair product, hairdressing pomade? I used Murray's for like 6 months. I can't be fucking racist and use Murray's. All right, so that's pretty hoodie. Also, magic powder. Martin Luther King used this. I've mentioned this before in live streams. All right, I'm using hair product that Martin Luther King used to remove facial hair. That's anti-racist. Look at that. This is the hair product that Martin Luther King used to shave his face right here. Right? Can I be fucking racist and use that? I don't think so. I don't think so, right? I would be like, damn, I'm not going to use the same product as one of the greatest blacks in history. We have Murray's, right? This is a black. You could see it right there. That's almost white blackface. This is pretty bad. This is pretty bad, I gotta say. But it is the cheapest pomade I've used. I've upgraded since then. Oh my God, this is gonna show how much of a fucking diva I am. Right here. This is the one that I've gotten. Suave Men Styling Paste. Followed by this right here. Look at this. Sleek and Shine Oil. So there you go. Those are the products that make me look like I just woke up in a park bench. But you can't call me racist. That's for sure. You definitely cannot call me fucking racist. Is he still speaking? Sortwick is a godsend. Well, I need to look into that. I've heard people talk about Sortwick before, but I've never found it. Doesn't make him. Hitler wore a lot of hair products too. Homeboy's groom game was on point, and he also killed the this mustache. He also killed the Charlie Chaplin mustache. So anybody after is permanently associated with Hitler. Could you fucking imagine? Could you imagine? Like whatever style you have is now associated with one of the worst people on the planet, or one of the worst people historically. He also killed the name Adolf, right? He killed the name Hitler, I guess. Yeah, he killed everything. So anything associated with him, he murdered. By using that product, you are basically the next Martin Luther King. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I like to be humble. I like to be more humble than that. I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna be the next Martin Luther King, but I've done my fair share of trying to spread the love and trying to bring unity between the colors. You know what I'm saying? So shaving powder right here, and it smells like a man. Smells like a bad barbershop. I don't know if you ever walked into a barbershop in the ghetto. This is what it smells like. This is what it smells like to me. So take that as you would. Michael Jordan tried to bring it back. I don't remember that face. Corn pop piggies like the Johnny Appleseed of virginity. Thank you. That's all I want in life. That's all I want in life, just to be the Johnny Appleseed of something. So in this case, the Johnny Appleseed of virginity. I'll take that. Last giveaway. Did you already pronounce the winners of the DMC decks? No, I was gonna do that. I think next week. Next week. So today's Tuesday. So I think Monday of next week I was gonna announce the winners. I gotta check my calendar because believe it or not, I do have an organized calendar for these uploads. So yeah. So I think Monday of next week I'm gonna announce that the winner of these hot bad boy DMCs, which are quite great. So they're quite great. Very gracious of them to send me so many decks that I don't fucking need. Very gracious. I'm inundated. This is why I regret not starting like a tech channel or not having been a tech channel instead of a magic channel. Where I'll be like, Canon will send me a fucking, hey, dude, we heard you like cameras. Here's a camera. Oh, hey, dude, you like technology? Here you go. Here's a fucking great thing you could use. Instead, I'm relegated to card shit where I get sent fucking card tricks and cards and playing cards, which I'm gracious of. Don't get me wrong, I'm gracious of. But playing cards, I can't take pictures of playing cards. I could take pictures of playing cards, and any woman that sees me do that will immediately not want to sleep with me. Pick the winner based off mustache. Based off mustache. That's kind of racist, right? Because then that takes out everyone from Asia. I've never seen a lot of Asians with well, I've seen Asians with mustaches, but to me, the majority of Asians that I've seen, whether that's Korean, Chinese, or Japanese, have clean faces. So that takes out an entire demographic. Let's see. You're gonna have some sort of holiday live stream or ham radio. I'll leave a voicemail. Wasted as fuck. I think not on Christmas, but I think the day after. I think the 26th. If I'm not mistaken, Daniel's fucking schedule. That's gonna be what we're waiting on. I think it might be the 25th, but it might be a late one. I think it might be a late one. So. Start reviewing cameras to have them sent to you, right? Yeah, I do have some clout by saying, hey, my channel's 50K subscribers, but then what if I immediately start doing that, right? It's gonna be like, oh, hey, dude, I come here for magic tricks. I don't come here for camera equipment. Get this thing off of my fucking feed. I'm trying to be a virgin, all right? And you hear you wasting my time with technology talk. Magic is the only thing I care about because magic is the only thing that I know, which is an accurate representation of the people that watch my videos. Do you celebrate Christmas? Yeah, I celebrate Christmas as a Cuban Arabic individual. Even though for the Arab side, it's sacrilege, I would say. But I still celebrate it. Go to my parents' house, my parent house, and eat some fucking pork. Eat some straight up pork. That's pretty much what we do. We don't get turkey like whites. We get pork and rice and beans. That's essentially what we eat on Thanksgiving. I like Ramsey Puzzle Channel with people saying, oh, I like the Ramsey Puzzle Channel with people saying, I miss the tutorials. Yeah, that's exactly it. But not obviously to the level of that. I can't even say, oh yeah, it's like a light version of the channel because I'm not even a fraction. I'm a fraction, but I'm a very small fraction of his channel. Could you imagine if he lost 53.1 subscribers? I don't think Ramsey would notice. Can you imagine getting to that point where if you lose 53,000 subscribers, you're like, I don't know what happened yesterday. Did they delete some subscribers? That's kind of nuts. But if I lose 53,000 subscribers, my entire channel goes to zero. That's a crazy thought. That's an insane amount of people that follow his shit. Let's say this one. How high quality is my upper lip, Mr. Cake? I'm not sure. If you're referring to maybe your user profile that has a picture of your fucking lip, I'm not sure. I can't see it. It's pretty small. Those virgins are smart. They could get a camera off a giveaway from the channel after learning magic to upload their own channel. Yeah, but they're gonna look like Daniel's videos. They're gonna look like Daniel's videos, which is zoomed in and you got one of these. You got fucking hey, you and me, you and me here. We're gonna do another review. You and me here. Hey, you're gonna end up like one of those. I imagine being an Arab Christian Jew in a wealthy family. So many gifts. Well, I have an aunt that is Jewish. She's, as a matter of fact, the woman that I believe introduced my father to my mother. That's a Jewish woman. My mother obviously is psychotic when it comes to religion, and my father is a Muslim man. So I got that. That's what I got in terms of religion. Potpourri in my lineage. Obviously, the Jew is non-blood related, but it's still technically a relationship through family. So yeah, we got it all down here. We got it all down here. Ramsey may have millions of subs, but you're hands down the funniest magician on YouTube. Fuck puzzles. You can't teach comedic timing. Ramsey suffers from that. I appreciate that. I'm a funny individual. Somebody told me that I wasn't funny, and I don't think they found her body yet. I don't think they found her stupid fucking insignificant body yet. I think I've said this before to many people that to me humor is the funniest thing. So if you're a significant other, I've told this to people, females as well, that you could be like, oh man, dude, I don't know what happened. Last night I got drunk, right? And baby, listen, all right, there were 5 black guys and they all just went to town on me. I don't know what. All the holes in my body have been ravished by, it was actually a group of football players. And they were all jacked, and I don't know what happened, baby. I got hammered. And I'll be like this to my significant other. Fuck. Damn it, babe. We could work this out. We could work this out. We could definitely get through this. All right. And then conversely, if she says, "Oh my God, Andrew from work said the funniest thing today." Everyone's dying. Everyone's dying. Me, Andrew, and her are dying. If that's the case. How come we didn't get a Pigcake gnome theme thing for Christmas? I couldn't find a gnome costume. I know that I found the B one on Amazon, which that was a risk. I don't like buying costumes on fucking online. I like to see them before I bought them or bought them. That's Ebonics for you. Before I buy them, I like seeing them just to make sure that they do fit. But when it comes to that one, I'd rather see it in public. And like an asshole, here's the idiocy. All the Halloween stores around my area, you have like 4 or 5 that open up, and they were all shooting out 80% discounts on their inventory on November, like, the 2nd through the 7th. And I was literally around them. And I remember like thinking, oh wow, hey, there's another Halloween store. I should go in and maybe get some stuff for props. Oh, look, another Halloween store. Maybe I should go inside and get some fucking props for videos. And instead, I chose not to. I chose not to with a heavy discount, even an 80% off fucking discount. I chose not to do it like an idiot. So I missed out on that. But instead, I got a bee costume for a fucking video with like 12 views. Piggy's also the funniest magician who's also good. I'm convinced YouTube algorithm screws him for wrong think. Yeah, maybe. Or maybe it's just not interesting content. I don't think it's interesting content to a lot of people, because a lot of people that maybe are interested in magicians or magic, they're fairly fucking, they're fairly sensitive people. So when they hear a brash young up and comer that's full of cum say a joke about dicks or blacks or gays or myself even, they're like, he's just being edgy. He's just being edgy. But I gotta say, no, it's just my humor. That's my sense of humor. And see, here's the thing. If I'm gonna do something and not be myself and not enjoy it, then why do it? Right? I don't know how many times people have told me throughout the years doing this shit, oh, see, you would have more of a following. You would have more people watching your stuff if you just did this. Yeah, but I don't like that. I don't like that. I like this. I like this. Right? So I rather have this and this than this and not have fun doing it. That's why almost I stopped fucking teaching. Well, no, I got stopped teaching because I got fired. But the reason I hated teaching was because I couldn't do it the way I wanted to. They were telling me, hey, this is how you're supposed to do this, even though the last time you were in a fucking classroom, I've already said this before, but George H.W. Bush was choking on broccoli. That's when you were in a classroom and you're telling me how to do a fucking class shit in 2016, 15. So I found that really stupid. But it's the same thing with this. If I had to do this in a way that I wouldn't enjoy it, I wouldn't fucking do it. I wouldn't enjoy doing it. So I'm gonna do it the way I like it. And if that doesn't get me, success, then fuck it. I'll just keep grinding it out. And if I find success, so be it. If I don't find success, I'm happy doing this, and at least I'm able to make a little bit of a living doing it. Speaking of Halloween, the dinosaurs in the Magic Cafe are probably socially retarded enough to show a card trick when the kids say trick or treat. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of them are gonna do this. Oh, I don't have candy for you. I don't have any candy. Oh wait, COVID. Here's a Snickers bar. Did you not read the sign that says I can't be within 50 feet of kids? What's your real name? I'm not gonna divulge that information. That's a little bit of privacy that I keep on this channel that I'm surprised I've been able to keep up this long. Piggy's the Gilbert Gottfried of magic. That's the worst fucking comparison. Oh, that's funny. Thoughts on the Magic Castle news? Apparently, someone did a sexism there. I've seen that a lot. But sexism again in 2020 is very sexism in the fucking 20th century is 21st century is very what fucking century we're in? 21st century, right? Mind you, I brag about not being stupid, and I forget. But it's sexism is very subjective, right? So it could have been like, oh, well, we put a dude instead of you that's going to go on this time slot. Oh, you're fucking sexist. Or it's probably a bunch of old coots that are actually sexist. So it could be either or, right? It could either be sensitive Sallies or it could be fucking actual sexism, So either or. But I feel like the threshold for sexism is very thin. It's very, very thin. I was reading today. This fucking pissed me off. Some dumb bitch, some ignorant cunt. It's Toronto. I think she writes for the Toronto Sun, and this happened in November, but I saw it now, and I know this. I fucking know this because I know somebody in my close fucking circle of people that I know that did the same to a restaurant, and they changed their fucking name. So the context. This woman, right, was complaining about this restaurant that has a little bit of a pho, I think that's how you pronounce it, thing where they make food, and they were being a little bit edgy. So their humor was a little bit edgy. I think they were making some sexual jokes, and she ended up having the place closed by the official owner of the entire restaurant. So this particular place was a little pop-up, and they closed the pop-up because this dumb ignorant bitch complained about appropriation or whatnot. And I know somebody that did the same thing here to a restaurant where they live now. They complained about appropriation, and they got that shit, or whatever it was in that restaurant. I don't want to be detailed, but they got it changed. So I'm like, So that shit pissed me off. Speaking of sexism and retardation. Jabrizi had a video about the Magic Castle being racist too. I wouldn't deny it. It's ran by old white dudes. Yeah, I believe that. But Jabrizi, I don't think Jabrizi is capable of being racisted on at this point. Brian says, spend the rest of the stream telling your best rendition of the Aristocrats. I actually wrote one down, I think, years ago. Years ago, and I don't know where it is. I don't know if it was in when I had an iPhone and I wrote it on Apple Notes. It might be on the fucking iCloud somewhere. But I know I have a rendition of that joke somewhere. I just don't remember what it was. But obviously the punchline is the same. But I forgot where it was. I know that I added like a little stupid thing in there. But to tell you that my favorite one is Bob Saget. That's the inspiration for it. These nuts. Let's see this one. Do a Sam the Bellhop Star Aristocrats routine. I think that's what it was. I think it was a Magic Aristocrats routine. That's now what the fuck it was. Now that you mentioned that. I find that, yeah. I forgot what the name of it was, but it was in a Sam the Bellhop style routine. And, sucking and fucking. And I think, what it was? I think what I wrote up was a script for a video that I wanted to shoot that was a Sam the Bellhop. But I didn't, I never shot it. I never did it. Magic Castle isn't just racist. They're racist, inflicted with the deadly disease of racism. Yeah, I want to see who's on top of that. Isn't who's the president, sitting president? Isn't Neil Patrick Harris? That's the sitting president of that. I mean, I would doubt that. Die Hard being an Xmas movie or not is in the same scene where John McClane tells the limo driver, Argyle, to play some Xmas music, and Argyle, I don't know why I read that as Agile, and he goes, "This is Christmas music." I hate that I read Xmas Christmas as Xmas every single time like a fucking retard. Um, Die Hard, I would say, it's a Christmas movie. It's definitely a Christmas movie. However, my two Christmas movies are Last Starfighter and Highlander. Those are my two Christmas movies. But are they actual Christmas movies? Yes, they are. All right, they're movies you watch in Christmas. Last Starfighter is pretty tremendous movie. It's the most '80s fucking plot you've ever heard in your entire life. An arcade machine turns out to be a training simulator to find the best pilot in the universe, and Highlander, of course, the classic with Christopher Lambert and Sean Connery, and there could only be one. So that's probably I'm gonna probably watch that on Christmas, and I'm gonna enjoy it. Why are you such a contrarian? Am I contrarian? I think I'm a realist. I think I'm more of a realist than a contrarian. I'm so lost. Haven't been in here in a while to know why he's holding a sponge dick. It's my microphone. It's not a sponge dick. And you know what? I resent your assumption that this is a sponge dick. Okay? All right, buddy. Is a taco a sandwich? Who is it that? It's Rhett and Link and part of the Good Mythical Morning Crew. They have a podcast called "Is a Taco a Sandwich?" And I think the first episode was that, and they proved it. I think they proved it that it is in fact a sandwich. It is a sandwich. Although to me, here's the thing, right? You're getting a piece of essentially what is flat fucking bread-like thing in the tortilla, and you're folding it and frying it, right? So it's technically, I mean, it's encompassing the food. By all technicalities, it could be a sandwich. So I would say yes, it is a sandwich. But then in the same way that a hot dog is a sandwich, like I think a hot dog is definitely a sandwich, especially because I grew up without hot dog buns. The one time I did suggest hot dog buns, I was laughed at by my fucking grandmother, who said, "Oh, look at Mr. Fancy now with the fucking hot dog buns." And it was George Lopez who also said, "Get a piece of bread and fold it. It's the same shit." So that's what I grew up as. Coke Zero tastes like cough syrup, which is why I got vanilla Coke Zero, which tastes like cough syrup and vanilla. But unfortunately, this is the only thing that I'm relegated to drinking that's anything of soda like consistency with my low calorie diet, my little bit of a dainty low calorie diet. Even though the aspartame in this, from my understanding, does trick your body into thinking that you have in fact consumed sugar. So that's not good for you, regardless. But it does make me feel full. It has 0 calories. So that's what I'm counting. I thought I saw a fucking massive spider above my head now. Don't be a Karen. Sup, my bro. Sup, Mike. Let's see. Jokes and electric is set. Eclectic. I'm not fucking blind. I need to get new glasses. Eclectic movies aside, the best Christmas movies are Bad Santa and Home Alone. See, that's too much. That's too much. Again, watch. I challenge you. Watch Highlander. All right, watch Highlander and then Highlander 2, the Renegade version. Watch those two in Christmas, and you're gonna have a great time. Highlander 2, they say it's one of the worst movies of all time. It's one of the best movies of all fucking time. All right, because it doesn't make any fucking sense. Especially after watching Highlander 1, you go, wait a second, that doesn't, huh? How is he back? It doesn't matter. Just forget logic. And it's one of my favorite movies of all time. And you'll enjoy it in Christmas, especially when you're hammered. Highlander is a tremendous movie, as is The Last Starfighter. And also the I think the woman or the girl from that movie is very attractive in an '80s sort of hot way. I prefer Vegas Vacation. Wrong, it's Home Alone. I buy small dildos too, so I don't feel cucked when toy playing in the bedroom. I was having this argument the other day, right? And I think several people have different opinions. But as a man, right, is it a homosexual thing to get fucked by your wife with one of these? Is it gay? Let me know. I've gotten responses that say, yes, that's pretty gay because this is a dick. It's a phallic object. It's representing a penis, which makes you gay. I've gotten people saying it's not gay because your wife's a woman. And while she's just, fucking you, she's stimulating you sexually, but she's still a woman. I'm of the belief that it is pretty gay. Uh, Theodore says yes. My grandfather was an important figure in the civil rights movement. He was the guy that kicked Rosa Parks off the bus. Wow, that guy doesn't get love, right? That guy doesn't get love, even though he's the one that technically is. Didn't they have two? There were two Rosa Parks. I know Rosa Parks. Obviously, Rosa Parks is the one. They didn't have two Rosa Parks, right? They had one Rosa Parks figure, from my understanding, and then Rosa Parks. And there was a woman, an African American woman, that didn't want to move to the back of the bus, and then she got washed away by history. I think 'cause she was kind of nuts, if I remember correctly. I forget where that was from. But then you had Rosa Parks come in, and she was this very intelligent, eloquent woman. I'm out, Piggy, in the chat. Have a good Christmas and a happy New Year. I wish you all the best. Hey man, well I'll see you. Thank you for joining, dog. Not gay, but ass play literally fugs your immune system. No, it's the, the magic buzz coming in with the heat. That's tremendous, man. Every time I love seeing. I always have a disdain for like rubber band magic, and then every time I see a post on Instagram, I'm like, those fucking you make it good, you make it fucking great. Especially the last one, you had that faith hacker bit, which by the way, I fucking hate that nobody's ever come up with. I hate that it's such an obvious thing, especially if you're doing the wrist stuff, right? That's how old I am when it comes to magic. That to me like is crazy man's handcuffs, and then maybe like going through your thumb. That's it. But then you introduce rubber bands around your wrist, and you're adding a new dynamic to the game. And with that, I'm surprised nobody ever came up with that concept of a fucking a faith hacker. It's a tremendous visual vanish of a rubber band. It's like that God vanish, the godly vanish, or whatever they were coming out with this year. It's almost like that where you're rubbing the thing. How crazy would it be, by the way, if I do this and the thing just fucking disappears? Let's see if I could do it. Hold up. Let's see if I can make it fucking. Oh, for a second, I look good. Hold up. Let's see. Let's see. Fuck. Fuck. No, I can't do it because this needs to fold like this. Yo, hello? Hello? That didn't look that fucking bad. That didn't look that bad. Okay, now the balls are what's ruining it for me. Hold up. The balls are ruining it for me. Here? No, okay. No, okay, never mind. Yeah, so that it's like that one, but with the fucking rubber band, which looks fucking great. You nailed it. Just push a zip in your mouth. Yeah, yeah. I think I said this in a ham radio episode recently where I made a gay joke in middle school, and some kid said, "Hey, you know I was gay, right?" And I go, "Yeah, that's the point. It was a gay joke. I did it on purpose." I didn't spam that, no, but okay, literally fucks you. Okay, that's why you said you spammed it because you said it multiple times. That is tremendous if you nailed it. Dr. Cyril Thomas and Joe Reinflich gonna have to get in the octagon and fight it for the number one rubber band boy. Didn't they have beef? Didn't they have beef? Magic Buzz. I know. I'm sure that you probably know the beef behind it. But from my understanding, Joe Reinflich and if that's not even how you fucking pronounce his name, didn't they have beef? I think as to several stuff. But I remember seeing. I forgot who. Might have been an Xavier video where he's doing all these crazy rubber band things, and then he ends by getting a fucking like a yellow bow and throwing it on a blue rubber band, and I'm like, what? You should play one of the Buds vids, so it's really good and rocks your merch. You should play one of your favorite. Well, you know what I was thinking of doing? I want to do like an Instagram thing. I want to do like a video. Again, on YouTube, it wouldn't fucking matter. But I want to have because I've had enough videos that I've put on Instagram, enough to make a compilation. So I want to do that, and then also add in things that I've liked on Instagram that I've seen, and Magic Buzz is definitely among that. Alex Berrier has also dropped some fucking great stuff on Instagram. Um, no, they're buds. They have a collab coming out after Joe's next release. Okay, who's the guy that had beef then? Those are the guy that had beef with something, right? Maybe now I'm gonna have beef with somebody that comes up with the dick vanish that I'm innovating in. The dick vanish. This is too big to do it. Let me see if I could do it like this. If I maybe crunched it, right? Let's see. No, fucking cunt. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna keep doing it until I get it right. All right. So godly vanish with the microphone. Here we go. The balls keep ruining it for me. Maybe if I clip the balls. Maybe if I clip the balls, right? But then you see the clip. No, okay, never mind. I'm trying way too hard. James Randi had the best dick vanish. If methods count, you have to go above and beyond to beat him. It seems pretty angle sensitive. Yeah, right. I'd have to do one of these. No, hey, watch this. All right, there you go. And now it's back. What's going on, Rob Charles? Yeah, you tuned in to pretty late. I'm already. I'm not even hammered. I feel like I should have been hammered before the stream. James Randi. Yeah, I heard a video on. I think Turner put me onto it. Of him soliciting a blowjob at a park bench. I don't know about that. A little sus. I gotta say, a little sus about James Randi. I've always been a huge fan of James Randi, but you know, little things that I keep seeing that I'm like, oh, okay, all right, that's a little weird. That's a little odd. Um, so I don't know if that's something you could probably find it on YouTube. James Randi soliciting one. He says it's fake, but it sounds just fucking like him. So when you get an opportunity, look that up. Again, it could be wrong, it could be a farce. It's a joke for legal purposes. I don't want to get sued by his widower. Some Chinese mob fucks released a shit version of Faith Hacker using a shitty little poll. I believe that. I believe that. You can't put anything out there anymore without it immediately being released and mass produced in some obscure Asian country, so or Asian province. It's definitely they did the same. I still remember that Pressy. That Pressy was crazy because it was a Kickstarter, and they fucking it was a button that you put on the microphone of your phone. So you put it inside and you have an extra button. So if you press the button, you could maybe launch stuff. And they put it on Kickstarter, and within a week, they were already producing it with a ripoff. They were already producing a ripoff with logos and packaging and branding in China, I believe. So fucking nuts. Well, sorry. Bruce Jenner was by far the best penis vanish. Yeah, yeah. He did the tuck. I think he just did the tuck, and then the awkward walk. You're killing on Insta lately makes me laugh every single time. Yeah, I've been doing a lot. I think I'm gonna dumb it down with the Pornhub bit. I think that's a really a used meme, but I like it because I'm not doing it for people that follow. I'm doing it for the explore page. So I do it on Instagram or TikTok as well. So if you're scrolling and you see this thing, oh shit, all right, here's a cool thing. At the end, I managed to put plus 8 dB on the Pornhub ad that I put. So I have two Pornhub ads that I use on rotation. One is I think it's the one that's it's like a cum game, like don't come. So it's like this weird breathy voice. And then the other one is are you a fan of Pornhub? Well, Pornhub Live. And listen, it took me a lot of research to get those fucking ads. It took me a lot of time and effort to get those ads because they took them out of Pornhub. They used to have them uploaded, but then they deleted, I think, 1 million videos, and those were part of it. So I had to keep refreshing and find the ads and then screen record. So they took a little bit of a while to get. The Godly Vanish was ripped off from Nicholas Lawrence. By God, the virginity is strong today, right? You know, it's funny. He messaged me the other day, Nicholas Lawrence, because we go back and forth on Instagram from time to time. And he's like, have I met you? I'm sure I've met you. And I'm like, yeah, you knocked me out of my chair in Magi Fest in 2017. Because he did this fucking crazy thing. I'm sure you've seen it 1,000 times on his channel, and I've mentioned it. But he does this fucking thing where he's holding a card and a deck, and then the deck disappears, and then the deck is here, and there's a single card here. And he does it. I'm sure Big Hands Magic could also do it because of his fucking bear claws. So he's like, he showed that to me, and I'm like, I fucking fell out of my seat because it's fucking nuts. And when it's right there, it's one thing to see it in video, but it's another thing to see it in person. And I told him, you fucking murdered me. And he goes, yeah, I thought I remembered you. But that's back when I was getting supercuts, haircuts. Let's see, you start posting magic videos on Pornhub. Maybe, but I'm sure I don't listen. I'm so hardcore when it comes to my amateur pornography love that I don't even look at videos that are verified. So I don't want to become verified, and that's the only way that I could post videos now on the hub. Glad he left the other brothers. Yeah, that was a weird one. Bro, you have a cutout of Biden with a MAGA hat on. Yeah, MAGA Joe Biden. He's right here. I always keep him close. MAGA Joe Biden. Yeah, well, the other brothers had that cake thing, right? They had that cake thing that was a little bit odd. So you had, let me make sure that it's the hat is present there, right? There you go. Hey, look, hey, look, hey, look. What am I? It's a little bit of a riddle. What am I? Right? There's a dinky out. A 7-year-old. That's the joke. Who do you prefer? I prefer Joe Biden. I prefer Joe Biden. Are you crazy? What do you mean? Who do I prefer? Why would I have a cutout of Joe Biden if I don't like Joe Biden? There's no reason. Um, but they had the other brothers were the one that produced the what do you call this that fucking cake thing with your breezy. So I guess they got a little bit of beef for that. Everything is verified. Now they deleted half of their videos because of claims. That's how they made their living, though. That's how Pornhub made its like growth. They were fucking literally stealing videos. People were just uploading these full-length porn videos. Now they're completely gone. I love that Kayla Drescher focused on Jabrizi for the cake trick, but completely didn't mention the two fat middle-aged white dudes that are responsible for it. They've come out with great stuff. I reviewed a lot of their products before, and they're very creative individuals, but I guess that was a miss. I don't know stuff behind the scenes. Maybe there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes about them that I'm not aware of, but I've enjoyed their stuff quite a lot. I think I met them in Magi Fest, as a matter of fact. The first one, I think I met them. They don't remember me because I was incognito, but that was a weird one. Natural genetics piggy. I used to one hand grab a case of soda on the sides and impress young people by putting groceries in their carts. My first job, just fucking grabbing it. It's like Andre the Giant. If you look at Andre the Giant, him holding cans is like the mini cans. Let's see. Imagine supporting Trump in 2020. Somebody without pronouns in their bio. Yikes. Right? Yeah, mine are in TikTok. If you look, my pronouns are in TikTok. My biography. So I'm ready. I like how you always reply to people who send you messages on here. You the man. Thank you, S. Thank you. I'm sure that if you've seen any videos of me, you'd probably disagree and not like me. Especially because of all the memes that I make here. Look at this. Maybe I should have done a stream like this, right? Maybe I should have done a stream like this and been like, hey, Joe Biden here, in place of Piggy. Fuck. I don't do a good Joe Biden. I don't do a good anyone. I really want to work on a Trump, but it's really hard. I'm not good with impressions. So Andre the Giant could drink 100 beers in one night. Dude is a fucking legend. Yeah, you have to take a shit in bathtubs. Could you imagine being so massive that you have to shit in a bathtub? Are you fucking kidding me? Is that a meme? Is that a joke? You have to literally shit in the bathtub, and then you just have to rinse it with the little handle and make sure that it all goes down the... yeah, that's not a life. I bet you could do a Carlos Mencia impression. Because I'm Latino? Huh? Is it because I'm Latinx? Latin mix? Because I'm mix? Is that why, huh? That I could do a good Carlos Mencia impression? You fuck. Oh my God. Oh, no, it's because you steal other people's jokes. I don't steal people's jokes, Brian. In what fucking planet do I steal other people's jokes? All right, I definitely am a man of my own humor. Okay, I'm a man who comes up with his own stuff. People copy my jokes. All right, I've seen it in other people's channels, other bigger people's channels, which is, by the way, everyone. But I've seen them copy my stuff, and they might not acknowledge it, but I see it. I see it. So if anything, I'm the one that's getting my humor stolen from. Okay, so you can't say that I fucking steal people's jokes. I oughta. Why I oughta. I've been robbed, says Daniel. Have you actually? At the strip club? Oh, you've been robbed of jokes. You haven't been robbed of shit, you fuck. You and your fucking, oh, we should do this idea. We should do that idea. Fucking, if I copied your humor, I'm pretty sure YouTube would fucking cut my channel off. And not because of the heat. They'd cancel it out of embarrassment. That cringe of that magnitude exists on their fucking platform. When Joe Rogan confronted Mencia on stage, Buddy was probably shitting his pants, even though Rogan is shorter. Yeah, he's fucking shorter, but he's also like a fucking thick boy. He's also one of these boys, which is, you look at Rogan without a shirt, and he has the weirdest body, but I'm sure if you touch any part of his body, it's rock hard. But yeah, that was an awkward interaction. That was a very awkward interaction. Because, holy shit, could you imagine going on stage and calling out a comedian for the biggest fucking thing that you could do as a comedian, which is stealing jokes? That's the worst thing you could do as a comedian. Well, that and rape somebody. But within the world of comedy is stealing jokes. Could you fucking imagine? You're going up there and you're going back and forth and you're like, fuck you, you motherfucker, stealing jokes, doing this, you insignificant fuck. How about you come up with your own shit? That takes a lot. Rogan's spin kick could explode a whale. Yeah, I love that there was that viral video of him just fucking doing that kick and then sounding like gunshots. And then several other videos came out where it's like, maybe it was the sound of that video, the acoustics. And every video of Joe Rogan kicking a bag sounds like gunshots. But he would never be allowed to fight because of the amount of drug use, rampant drug use that man has consumed. Mm. Oh, yeah. Daniel heard Pigcake talk about not stealing jokes. Fuck. I'm upset at the accusation. Rogan gave Kate Mancy a hell, but he had Amy Schumer on his podcast and praised her even though there are several compilations of her stealing jokes. But here's the thing about that, right? She stole jokes from like Cosby. I mean, Cosby's canceled, right? Even though I think that he should have been uncanceled after doing that great bit where he does this thing. That one, right? I think that was enough to cancel his crimes, right? That was a joke. That was a fucking joke. But she stole jokes from, yeah, everyone. Yeah, which is kind of weird. I don't know. Rogan's a little bit on and off. He's a little bit on and off when it comes to, he like caters to his guests and he kind of morphs depending on who it is that they are, you know, whether politically or socially, he kind of conforms to them. And I guess that's a good way of getting rapport from the guests and not having them feel intimidated. But sometimes it feels disingenuous. But I still like the Rogan one. Um, do the moth joke again so I could appreciate how good it is when Norm does it. Oh, is that you accusing me of stealing jokes? All right, because I credited correctly. All right, I said, hey, that's a Norm joke. This is not my joke. This is a Norm joke. This is a Norm Macdonald joke. All right, it's one of my favorite jokes. I think somebody asked me, hey, what's the fucking joke? What's your favorite joke? And I said that one. Okay, I didn't steal it and claim it as my own. Apparently, we don't know the definition of theft, right? We don't know the definition of theft here, which seems pretty ironic considering the cutout. That was a political joke. We've all moved down stealing jokes. Calm down. Don't tell me to calm down. All right, you fucking. That was that was textbook gaslighting. I've looked at fucking argumentative videos. All right, I know the techniques. You fuck. I hate that you're quick though. That's the part that I hate, Brian. I hate the your speed, sexually and when it comes to your humor. I wanna get to that level. All right. I thought I was at God level, but then you come at it with like a quick whip, and I'm like, huh. All right. Okay. All right. Okay, Brian. I see. You're on, Brian. Let's see this one. Danny, the burger rack. What the fuck? Is that like a terrible reference? Apparently, you don't know the definition of theft over here. I thought you meant that you got thefted at the strip club that you work at. And I'm like, I feel like that's a minute to minute occurrence where you work. Cosby stole my game. I wouldn't have cared if he didn't go bragging about it in courts everywhere. God, him and Tiger were the ones that I never thought would have done anything incorrect. And then Tiger ended up being a manho, adulterous manho, and Cosby ended up being the same thing. But Cosby had the nice little bit of a roofie colada. You know what I'm saying? Every magician's standard kit of forget me not. Give him a forget me not after you fuck up a trick. I didn't steal that. I'm making a reference. Arrested Development. Okay, that's a reference to Arrested Development. That's not me stealing a joke from that. So fuck. Steal jokes from Mitch Hedberg. He's dead. Well, if you know, it's funny if magicians were held to the same standards as comedians, right? So you would think that obviously there's a lot of connection between comedy and magic in the sense of how they approach the craft, but in comedy, it's a fucking crime to even appropriate on a joke, to even take the joke and go, all right, this is my version of it. That's a crime in comedy. In magic, it's almost encouraged to come up with new versions of stuff. And, you know, a dead comedian, you would never see somebody doing a dead comedian's bit unless they're a hack. But in magic, I mean, I do it all the fucking time. If you're dead, fucking shit's out there. So why not come up with variations or, you know, do it that way? But in comedy, you would be fucking canceled immediately. You would be a canceled hack if you appropriated a dead comedian's joke. John Mulaney, didn't he go to rehab a couple days ago? I think he signed into rehab, if I'm not mistaken. How are the Made in China sales going? You guys sure promoting on social media, right? Who's the social media manager of Ham Radio? Huh? Which magic channel makes you shake your head with anger the most? Mine is the trick that fooled Darren Brown guy. Yeah, he's pretty fucking terrible. It's like the trick that fooled Winston Churchill, the trick that fooled Darren Brown, the trick that fooled Caitlyn Jenner. It's like, all right, I get that, but if I've seen a couple of his things. It's quite annoying, but it's not like fist shaking. I don't think I've seen any magician that's like fist shaking. I might have said that I have before, but I don't necessarily recall any magician that's really made me want to find out and punch a puppy. Maybe if somebody mentioned something, I'll probably remember. But yeah, I don't think I've had anger looking at a magician's channel per se. Look at this one. I got herpes from my sister the other day. Sorry, it's not a question. I just got to tell someone. Therapy is so expensive these days. You know, I've seen a lot of incest videos. It seems to be on the upswing in 2020. I think maybe because of the COVID, the whole fantasy. Oh, my stepsister's stuck in my house now because of COVID. Well, I guess I'm going to be stuck in her with my cove dick. My COVID dick. I tried on that one. Let's see. I don't know shit about comedians. Don't build on other people's tricks. Just buy Harry Lorraine's books. I'm surprised Harry Lorraine himself hasn't come out here and said to buy Apocalypse and or Miracle Card Magic of Harry Lorraine. I know I've said this like 5 times now, but Sort Wit is the real deal. Today is my first day with it, and I'm sitting here top-shotting cards into styrofoam. That sounds pretty tremendous. I mean, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of anything other than what I've tried. That's because I'm an ignorant asshole. That's a terrible joke, but I'll find it. If I find it, I'll use it. That's for sure. If I find it, I'll use it. But I haven't seen that. I know that it's been recommended, but I haven't found it. But apart from that, I think this has been a hot stream. I think this has been a good stream. It's been hot, 90 minutes, 96 minutes now going. I'm going to go and do some jogging. I feel, get some of this fat off. And as far as that, I mean, I'm probably going to do a stream before Christmas. So if I see you then, I'll see you then. If I don't see you then always remember. Right there. I wish I could end the stream there, but I have to physically walk up to the fucking phone and turn it off. I hate that. Let me do this. Let me do this. Oh, yeah. Now it's canceled. Now I stopped it. The stream is done. I guess I better put away Joe Biden. I sure hope nobody Goldberg spears Joe Biden. Man, I really hope nobody Goldberg spears Joe Biden. I've officially ended the stream, right? I pressed the X button, and the X has now been pressed. So right now, anything that takes place is on my free time. Anything that takes place now is on my free time. Oh boy. Boy, do I love men. Ah. God. I love men so much. Free time. And what do I do in my free time? I Goldberg spear cutouts of our president. President, I guess. I'm not going to do that. All right. Fuck.